So this is what it looks like in our temporary space. It came with this giant dog crate because it is a pet-friendly temporary lodging that the military has given us. So it comes with this crate, it comes with the dog bowls. It did not come with this box of books. Those are the books that I'm bringing with me as we are traveling, and that is the book I'm currently reading. None of that matters right now because we're here to talk about Stephen Graham Jones. I had to bring my camera that I'm looking at you on, and it is a webcam, like an external webcam. So I have had to prop you up in a lamp. So that's what we're working with. I can't really lower or raise you. I mean, I might be able to with that thing, but I actually have it and it's not moving. So I'm going to just leave you right here, and we're going to talk about one of my favorite Stephen Graham Jones books. It's at least in the top 5, okay? It is not one of his most popular ones. Dango would like to say hi. Hi. There you go. Okay. This is called Not for Nothing. Now, I read this one on ebook. I got it from Libby, my Libby app from my library, and it was so surprising. Like, I just didn't expect it to be, number one, I didn't expect it to be told in second person. I think it just proves one more time that Stephen Graham Jones can really do whatever he wants. Like, he can write any kind of way he wants to. And still my favorite part of almost every one of his books is the author's note at the end. So I'm going to pull it up and read you a part of it. But basically, this book is about a guy who was a police officer in a different city in Texas. All of this takes place in Texas. Okay, I wanted to remember some names of some things and places in the book, so I pulled up a little cheat sheet over here to the side so I can actually remember things. I'm going to try to like sit up and back, maybe that'll help, but I do keep having to look over here to the side to see the notes, so I'm sorry, but this is the best we can do for right now, and I really enjoyed this book, so I want to talk to you about it. Okay, there is a guy named, he has a really cool name. What's his name? Nicholas Bruzman is the guy's name. All right, and this, just put yourself in the mind of like a noir detective novel, like that kind of feeling that you get. That's kind of where we are and what's going on. And here is what Stephen Graham Jones said about it, okay? Thanks to whoever it was back in 2005 or so who asked me how the detective novel works. I answered, but I walked away feeling like that wasn't the whole story, that I'd only really know how the detective novel worked if I wrote one. A couple of 100,000 words later, there's this novel. It's as close to my heart as anything I've written. Fiction for me is a lot like sneaking up to the attic to try on the old clothes your parents have forgotten they ever wore, only the attic door catches you and you have to make a life up there now. I wouldn't have any other life. Like, how cool is that? I don't know. I just really like the way he describes things. But anyway, so he lived in Midland, Texas when he was a detective. And something happened that we find out about throughout the story, and he was fired. So he came to Stanton, Texas. And also in the note, he talks about thanking his parents and his uncles for the stories from Stanton, Texas. So I don't know if that's just like where they grew up and he heard stories about it, but he has created the coolest little town. It says there's 3,000 people that live there, which I love that because I grew up in a town of 3,000 people, not in Texas, in Arkansas, but I mean, it's not that far away. And so I just felt like I knew where he was coming from when he described the fields and the old farms and the barns and all that stuff. I just really felt like I could picture it all really easily because I grew up around a lot of that stuff. So now he works at, this is so funny, Aardvark Custom Economy Storage as a security guard at the storage place. I mean, the things that happened to this man. First of all, his high school girlfriend shows up and asks him to help her because she thinks she's being stalked. And her husband shows up and asks him to follow her because he thinks that she's cheating on him. her husband went to high school with them, and he was like the jock and the prom king and all that stuff, and a bully, and he's still a bully, and they have like a teenage son, and the storage unit seems to be the place where the teenagers like to come and drink and just tear things up. So he is the security guard for the storage unit. And so, I mean, just everything that you can imagine that Stephen Graham Jones would do if you know about his writing, he does in this book. Now, I don't know that I would say this is where you need to start with him, because I feel like this is not like any of his other books. It's not scary. I mean, it does have some tense moments, but overall, in the whole scheme of things, it's not scary. It's not, I mean, I feel like it's gory, but it's not on the level of some of his gory stuff. So, I don't know. I just think that it's just so well done. Just like a lot of his stuff, I feel like he takes an aspect of writing that he hasn't done before, and he's like, I'm just going to give it a shot. And then he's great at it. And I'm like, of course he is. I have had a lot of fun so far, the first 5 days, watching everybody's stuff. I'm recording this actually on the 6th, and then I'm going to post it. And it has been so much fun watching everybody's video leading up to the 5th. I know that Crystal is after me, so I will link her channel below. She's going to be on tomorrow. It's just been a lot of fun. You'll see more of these people. So far, nobody's repeated yet except me. And you'll see some more of these people as we go through the month. So if you're not subscribed to their channels, please do so. At the very end of the month, I will link all the channels below that have participated, and the Stephen Graham Jones playlist will always be up. So I encourage you to go watch that and see what Stephen Graham Jones you want to pick or where you want to go next. This is so much fun. And I didn't realize, in the chaos of all of my moving and everything that's going on with me outside of BookTube, how cool it would be to have this, like, to look at and watch everybody talk about stuff that I love. And so it's been fun so far, and I'm really looking forward to the next 24 days that we have of this. So one thing that I have totally forgotten to mention, and so no one else has mentioned it because I forgot to, like, kick it off and say this, but I am doing a giveaway for Stephen Graham Jones. It's in the description of the playlist, which I'll also put it below this video. But if you comment on any of the videos throughout the whole month and say that you want to be entered in the drawing at the beginning of July, probably not until July 5th, because also at the beginning of July, I'm going to be moving into my new house. So I won't be here for the first few days, but on July 5th or 6th, I will spin, and I'll just do a quick video spinning to see who the winner is, and I'll pop that up there, and then I will buy you any Stephen Graham Jones book that you want, where you think you want to start with this whole process. However, somebody pointed out that they're really expensive, so we're going to put a $20 limit on it. That's not including shipping. I will pay for shipping, but the actual book is going to have a $20 limit. So you get to pick any Stephen Graham Jones book you want under $20. And that's it. So anybody can enter. I just think it's going to be a lot of fun. And I think that's all for today. Like I said, Crystal is up tomorrow, so be sure that you go to the link below and go ahead and subscribe to her if you're not subscribed, so that you're ready when she posts her video tomorrow. And I will see you probably in a week or so when it's my turn again. Bye.